Alright, hey viewers, this is WatchMeSC, and I'm going to be bringing you a League of Legends podcast slash guide, but this is going to be done live commentary. Let me make sure I have my... Oh, that's not the right thing. I need to go cancel sound, turn my master volume down just a tad, make sure my alt is on the right button. I've been lagging a bit, but anyway. Looks like they killed Caitlyn, but I'm not going to be commentating too much on this game. This is just going to be for the background. I'm going to be talking about runes. Basically, when you should buy them and how... everything about runes, basically, in my opinion. So basically, common knowledge is that you want to wait until level 21 to buy your runes. I guess it's not common knowledge necessarily, but that's when you gain access to level 3 runes, which are basically the only runes you're ever going to need if that's what you buy. I'm going to take that hit there. So, you should definitely wait until level 21, and you should try to save a lot of IP. Honestly, when you're in the first stages of the game, it's in my opinion that you should stick with one champion that you like. You know, buy that champion or get a free champion somehow, like cho'gath or Tristana, other free champions like that. And did I really not buy an item? Wow, I am seriously a freaking pro. Anyway, God, I'm so good. Anyway, you guys should take my advice on these runes because, I mean, look how good I am. You know? Anyway, you don't want to buy runes until level 21. This is going to have no swearing in it, though, just so you know. I've been having a lot of comments here and there about, you know, whether or not I should swear, and if I swear too much, and this guy's probably going to notice that I have no item now. And I'll be like, yeah, what? I'm a pro. Deal with it. Anyway. Okay, we're moving on. Now, so when you get to level 21, you're going to want to buy your tier 3 runes. You're going to want to save up, and after you have, if you like stick with one champion, you should have a decent enough amount of IP to buy a full set of level 3 runes, or the full set that you need at level 21, because you don't need a full set because you obviously unlock them at one every level. So, yeah, oh, I thought I was lagging there. You can buy either just like the full set that you're going to need at level 30 because there's no reason not to, or you can just buy the set that you need at level 21 and then buy one more piece every time you level. Doesn't really matter. But you should buy generalized runes, I think, in the beginning. Like things like flat HP and cooldown, and I am lagging so hard. Armor, magic resist, dodge. Things on red like armor penetration and spell penetration. Not unique things like, even something that seems not that unique like magic resist, or not magic resist, mono regen, is actually completely unusable to, you know, rumble, for example. So you want to try to avoid things that every champion doesn't have. I really didn't buy an item. Really. Like, that's just how I did. Really, I was like, I don't even want an item. And you should try to pick runes that work well with the champion you've been playing. I think it's best if you, in the beginning, try to stick with one champion and, just own it up with him, basically. Learn that champion, and you can learn what the enemy champions do by fighting against them. Once you know your own champion, it becomes a lot easier to understand what the other champions are doing to you. But I really should go back now. I can't believe I'm still laning here with no items. Oh, now it might be time for me to go back. I have no items. Time to go back. Did he bounce me out? No? Okay. So I'm going to buy a Ninja Tabby, and then I'm probably going to be going for some sort of AP, but I'll grab a few potions. Potions are good. Wards are also pretty good too, but anyway, let's go see what I got next. Yeah, account for weaknesses and strengths, things like magic resist and dodge, armor, HP, spell penetration, things in your build that you don't want to incorporate, like spell penetrations and like, you know, I feel like a few of the spell penetration items aren't as end game efficient as some of the other just like regular AP items, I guess I'll call them. Like Void Staff, Void Staff, the one with 40% spell penetration versus Rylai's. I mean, the difference is pretty significant if you already have spell penetration, obviously. So that's why you should include it in your runes. Obviously, 15 or like 9 is what you get flat from runes in red is not the same as 40% clearly, but it helps. It's an extra, basically it's an extra 9 damage every time you hit them, or actually like a little bit less. Because the math, yeah, I'm not going to do the math right now because that's going to confuse me while I'm trying to play this game and do a live commentary on runes that I have to look at a piece of paper about. But LOL replay isn't working, so I guess I'll just go ahead and try this live. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what this thing says. See, when like right now I'm reading it. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Decide to rune for early or late game. Yeah, you should decide to rune for early or late game. Obviously, I just really just said that like a pro. But like things like flat health, that's runing for early game. Because late game, no one can tell whether or not you have an extra 70 hit points. You know, when you have 2,000, I mean, unless you are literally like a human book of knowledge about League of Legends, then you are not going to be able to tell if that person has an extra 80 hit points. Cho is such a beast. We still haven't gotten ganked yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen soon. I'm not really concentrating too much on last hits here, obviously, but, you know, I'm trying to make this commentary. Things like dodge and cooldown are more for late game, because cooldown scales with your AP, and dodge scales with your enemy's AD. Even if they're not going AD like AP champs, they still get AD per level. And your what's it called? Flat HP is not going to scale with it. Sorry, I was right. I knew this was coming. God damn it. Oh, this is... Oh, god damn it. At least she was close. Alright, well... Okay. Wow, that went well. What am I looking at here? There was some of my runes coming into play there because I have dodge runes on both my quints and my seals. You know, I was running dodges on my seals, which is not pretty standard, but it's relatively standard. And I looked at my HP and I was like, you know, it's like 1.5 or so. That's rounding up. 1.5 is rounding up. It's like 1.39 to be exact. But it's like 1.5% dodge, so 70 hit points is 80 hit points is what you get for 3 quints of HP. 4.5% dodge is what you get from 3 quints of dodge. So basically that's 1 in 20 attacks or so for 100 life. I'll round them both up just to make the math easier on me. So I mean, in a huge team fight, if you dodge 1 attack, it's already better than the flat health. And the chances of you dodging 1 attack, I feel, are pretty solid, especially if you have the 2 points in the mastery and stuff like that. So that's my rant on things that like scale, runes that scale. I think, god damn it, this freaking lady. Alright, well, got a kill there. Because I like runes that scale, like, flat HP doesn't scale. No matter what, it's always just flat HP. Flat AD doesn't scale. No matter what, it's always just 8 damage. I mean, sure it scales with your skills, and that's obviously great. The armor penetration doesn't. This is kind of like my penetration versus AP and AD rant. Like, how should I word this? Well, you'll see. So in reds, you get I'm going to be running Rumble. We'll use Rumble as the example. So I can either run AP, which isn't really great on red, or I can run spell penetration. Obviously, I'm going to run spell penetration. But, I mean, I guess it's better for AD. Like, an AD champ has scaling. Okay, freak, I got to buy an item and then get back out there. Because I am just trying to commentate. It is not working. Well, I'm gonna get to there in a second. Okay. Yeah. So if you're Jarvan, for example, his Q and his ultimate scales with AD. So you could say that Red's AD is better because it scales with my skills, and I use those all the time. But the armor penetration applies to the skills, so I don't see, like... And it's a lot easier to get AD. You can get AD from so many sources. One of the main sources you can get it from is just leveling up. You don't get armor penetration when you level up. You pretty much don't get armor penetration ever unless you buy, in my opinion, relatively subpar items. So you can skip those items like Brutalizer, which I mean on some champs is great, but on other champions is not the item you want to be buying first. So that's why I think you should do that. Like AP has a little bit more of an argument because they have a way better, I mean I guess not way better, but they have Abyssal Scepter, which is pretty good, and they have Death Cap, which is one of the main reasons, because spell penetration doesn't scale with Death Cap, but AP does. So that's got, you know, a decent argument there. I'm going to try to at least come harass this guy. Probably, almost definitely not going to get a kill, but it is possible. Okay, now I'm going to go and talk about... Okay, these are like more my personal style than anything else. This is just how I like to play it. Like, for my runes, I tend to lean towards the more rare stats. Is kind of also one of the things I've been indicating, like, just my previous rant was on that. But things like dodge, in yellow, you can go armor, which ends up at, like, 13 armor, I think. 13 flat armor, or something like 28 scaling armor. Something like that, 25, I don't really remember exactly the numbers. Or you can get 7% dodge. So, where can you get dodge in terms of anything? I mean, let's not pick a champion who has a skill with dodge, like Jax or Nidalee, okay? Let's pick a normal champion. I mean, not that those aren't normal champions, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, Rumble doesn't have any skills that give him dodge. So where can you get dodge? Ninja Tabby. You can get 12% from Ninja Tabby. You can get 2% from the Masteries. And I think that's it. I don't think any other items give dodge. Nope. Don't think so. So, basically, it's one of the most rare stats in the game. I don't see any reason as to why you wouldn't get it. I feel like it's just... In almost every game, they're going to want to have one AD champion who just uses auto attacks for at least a decent chunk of their damage. So... And here against Ashe, I have a decent chunk of armor, and right now I'm running at 23% dodge chance, and that's just so brutal for her to go against. That's like almost 1 in 4 attacks is going to get dodged, and with Frost Arrow on, that's definitely going to mean me able to either get away at least once this game or chase her down through an auto attack. And here she comes. I'm going to go ahead and pop my flamethrower and chase her down. Okay, so, and things on quints, like quints, you can obviously get HP quints. Everyone uses HP quints. I'm not going to say that HP quints are bad. They're not. We all know their usefulness. They're amazing early game. They help you stay alive. Some champions basically just need them. They have such low HP, and I'm not trying to argue against them. I'm trying to say that other stats are way more rare, like move speed. I mean, you pretty much get boots, and that's pretty much it, unless they're going to buy a bunch of zeals or like a lichbane. Force of nature. There's not very many items that give you move speed. Obviously, they're going to be like, Trinity Force! It's like, yeah, well, you have to build a zeal to get that. So, obviously, we know what I'm talking about. So, Ashe is really kind of unable to lane against me, which is kind of unique. Not, I guess I would molest her if I got close to her, and she can't really stop me from getting close to her. So, the reason I picked those is because they're more rare. I mean, it's really easy to get HP. Buy some HP. I mean, if you need HP, just buy something like a Banshee's or a Doran's item. It's really not that bad. Why is this Ashe oh my godding me? I almost got shot there. Care Rumble. Uh-oh, is someone gonna be coming for me? Flames are over in the minions. Anyway. Oh god. No, Ashe, don't come for me. Don't chase me down. Then come for me. So there's obviously things like, you know, dodge, move speed, cooldown reduction. And those are, in my opinion, the better things, like even spell penetration or armor penetration in quints. Those are still rare stats, and you don't get them everywhere. Oh, these guys are all up in my grill. All up in my grill. I was about to get feasted right there by the cho'ster. I'm not going down like that, cho'gath. My team's coming up here, though, so that's good. Trying to get some last hits through this tower. Okay. I don't love scaling runes. Yeah, that's basically... I'm just kind of reading what's on my paper here, and then I'm explaining that because that's what I did. I just wrote footnotes because I knew I was going to be playing, because I knew that my recorder wasn't down when I made these notes. Anyway, I don't love scaling runes because they don't really... I mean, how do I explain this? Most scaling runes equal out, or like, yeah, provide about the same bonus as flat runes at level like 10 or so. I'm going for it. Oh, I got the kill, yeah. Ignite. Sweet. Anyway, trying to make this somewhat entertaining for you guys to watch. So now I am going to see what my damage was from. Physical. Let's see, who's fed? This is how you want to build also. Vlad is fed, he's got AP in the booty. So we are going to get some magic resist. So next time that guy comes up against me, I don't want to die. I don't like scaling runes. Basically, at level 6 to 10, usually is when the scaling runes equal out. So for flat cooldown, it's like 5.65%. You get from flat, or 5.85, and you get about 9 or something from per level, which basically leaves it at about 10 or 11. But after that, it's like really 3% doesn't matter, and for that whole game you were missing out on 5% cooldown. There we go, I finally did what I was trying to do there. I got, what's his name? Cho in the I should not have wasted that. Yeah, Vlad, come in here. That was too good. Vlad, oh, brilliant. He comes into my ult and then flashes through it and he's like, oh my god, that was not good. I was like, yeah, I agree. For you. Sorry. Back to the runes. I don't like scaling runes. That's the point. Okay, I don't think they're that effective. I mean, by the time they equal out, the runes really have become almost pointless unless they're a unique rune, but most unique runes don't scale. Dodge doesn't scale. Move speed doesn't scale. Penetration doesn't scale. None of those runes scale because they're too good to scale, because if they had scaling runes of it, they would just be ridiculous. So if a rune has scaling of it, I generally don't get the scaling version. I used to, and I was always like, but in the end it's better. I was like, yeah, but by that time, who cares? It's like, it gives me 12 extra armor at level 18. Yeah, great. Really? 12 extra armor at level 18? Did you just hear what you just said? I mean, I guess. Congratulations. But I had, you know, 12 extra armor for the first 5 levels. And it kind of actually mattered. Wow, you are getting... Oh, the meditate. Oh, where is this guy going? I'm canceling it. I think I just melted him with my meltiness. Alright, well, I think this game might be over soon. Okay, yeah. So, but anyway, but I love runes that scale. I don't love scaling runes, like, per level, but I love runes that scale. Like, dodge. Dodge, I mean, some of this is repeat stuff, but I just want to make sure that it gets through. I don't know if I'm gonna be able, I don't think I killed, no, I didn't kill him. Alright, but I am gonna go back. Oh, arrow, no, protect me. Protect me. Protect me. Thank you. HP? Oh yeah, I had enough. So, item time. I like runes that scale. Dodge. Dodge scales with their AD. Armor and spell penetration scale with their armor and magic resist. Because it's... The first 100 points of armor prevents 50% damage. So... The math is really... It's hard to explain, and I can't do it while I'm commentating, actually, while I'm playing. So, you can figure out the math there for yourself, but trust me on that one. Oh, this is not going good. I need to start using my skills. I was trying to grab a drink. Oh, God. Why is he doing that? What is going on here? This guy is disconnected? Are these guys all disconnecting or what? Ashe arrow just... Did that just go straight through? Oh, that was our Ashe arrow. Yeah, Little Jones. Screeching like a crazy cat. Our Udyr is amazing. Yeah, he is. So, yeah, cooldown. Your cooldown scales with your AP. However much more AP you get, the cooldown is going to have a better effect because you're going to get to use your improved skills even quicker. Yeah, I'm just going to try to block some of that damage with my, like, 90 hit point shield.
An enemy has been slain.
So that's basically my thing on runes. This game I don't think is probably going to go that much longer, so I'm just going to kind of play it and commentate it a little bit, but if you have any questions about runes, feel free to post them in the comments and I will try to answer them, and I will try to be more active on this video. In the past few weeks I haven't been super active on responding to all of my every single comment ever history, but I will respond to questions about which runes I think are better here or there. And I'll try, I mean, I won't be using, like, when people ask me what champion they should buy, I'm always like, well, it depends on what champion you like. But if people ask me, like, which runes do you think are better, this or this, and I mean, if they provide some logic, I'll try and provide some logic why I think the other ones are better or worse, or maybe they'll sway me. So, I don't know. I accept any questions about this video, or tell me I'm wrong. If I'm super wrong, that's definitely possible, but this is just what I think, and I provided my logic. Dodge is a fantastic stat. I mean, look at Gangplank right now, 151 damage. If I dodge one of his attacks, obviously it's a little altered because of my ninja tabby, but I do have 11% dodge. Let's see what his Gangplank have. Yeah, they don't. It says unique, fool. Didn't you look at it? I could see that. So I'm just gonna pop the ult on him because he was there and about to die, and here comes Flat. I'm just gonna go ahead and slaughter him, and that's about the end of this. So that sucks that a bunch of people disconnected, but this wasn't really a commentary. This was about runes, so hopefully you guys stuck with me and watched this all and listened to all my information about runes. I think most of it's pretty accurate, and I hope it'll help you guys out when it comes to buying your next set of runes or your first set of runes if you guys haven't gotten that far yet. And here comes Gangplank ulting. And he's obviously taken down pretty much instantly. Uh-oh. So many tower shots. I'm gonna go back, because I'm about to die. So please give this video a comment and a thumbs up. And subscribe if you already haven't. I really enjoy reading the comments, and I usually respond to almost every single one. Ask any of my regular viewers, they will vouch for me. So, I mean, in my past, I've always ran quints that are different than HP. I always ran, like, move speed. I was a move speed freak for a while. Right now I'm trying out dodge on almost all my champions. That way, if I encounter only one auto attack champion, I got a pretty decent edge against them at like 11% dodge. Or if I encounter a team of Ashe, Udyr, and Gangplank with 3 people who use auto attacks to deal a significant source of their damage, I can pick up Ninja Tabby and do a lot of stuff that they do not like. It's pretty good. And let's see here if anyone wants the blue buff. I don't really want it, so. For one, I already have buffs and I don't need cooldowns. Rumble doesn't really benefit from cooldowns that much, because the only thing that he can really spam is his ultimate. Obviously you can get the other skills low, but he'll overheat too quickly that way. If you're using your flame splitter every 4 seconds, it's gonna pretty much overheat instantly. I flashed. I was gonna try to make sure she got the kill there, but this is only versus 2 people, so it doesn't really matter. So I ran move speed. Right now I'm running dodge. I've ran armor penetration on a super aggressive champs before. That way any damage you buy pretty much is true damage. And yeah, that's it. That's my runes. And that's my guide on runes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Let me know what you think I should do my next guide on in the comments. Comment with the most thumbs up is gonna be my next guide. Yeah. But I'm not gonna promise when it comes out. See you guys.